Welcome to Unbiased and on the Fence. It's Saturday afternoon, and I have SunPsychic Jean joining us today. How are you, Jean?
I'm great. Hi, Shane. Hi, everybody.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like our levels are good. If you guys notice our levels out of whack, say something in the chat. And wow, I don't know about the weather where you're at, but it got like super duper cold. And it like warmed back up today. I don't know. It was like just this wave of really cold. We had to bring the plants in and everything and dropped to like 30. So, but now it's nice. It looks
Yeah.
nice. The sun's out. So
Oh,
it's a nice day.
wow. That's great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the it's looks overcast and almost like rain or snow here today.
Yeah, we had that a
But
couple of days ago, so it's probably the waves moving on you.
that's right. It's coming this way.
Yeah. All right, so I'm trying to pull up the chat here. Okay, so today we want to. Well, first I wanted to say that Sun Psychic Gene's link is in the description, so please head on over and subscribe to her channel if you haven't done so already. And we're doing live readings today for your personal questions, reaching out to maybe your loved ones that's passed away, and if you could just put like maybe some emojis and all in all caps your questions. That way it stands out to us because both of us have to pull out the glasses to read a lot of times, so it makes it easier for us. And we won't think you're yelling at us, so please feel free to do that. Were you able to pull it up? Are we? Are you,
I am. I did. Let me just say,
I just wanted to make sure that it looks like we're good, but I didn't.
yes.
Awesome.
Hmm.
So how much do you incorporate the tarot into what you do? You don't. It's kind of separate, or
You
do you just
know,
kind of go with however you feel with that?
I think it was a gateway for me.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is it was a way for me to develop a trust to what I was thinking or feeling, almost like it's just a tool to get to the next step, like my pendulum is or was. And it honestly, when you that a year or so ago, when you had me on your show and I was pulling cards, and it was you know, the love stream, there was no video. So I was able to get pictures in my head when I was looking at the cards. So I'm not really doing any cards right now. Not that I couldn't, but it's not anything that I incorporate in my readings at this point.
That's cool. So it is almost like well, I don't want to say a crutch because that sounds like they don't work good, but they work great. But for some people, they're just not needed. Sort of like the pendulum or whatever. So they're like they help you move to the next step. I guess they're a stepping stone. I guess to other things. Huh?
Exactly. For me, anyway, because I think I mean, I think tarot card readers are psychic and they use analytical skills and imaginary or creative skills in combination, both, where my creative skills just overtook my analytical skills and, left the cards behind. I was I was a little intimidated by getting to know all of the cards and understanding all of the meanings. And I know that they said you can read them intuitively, but still.
Yeah, it's kind of like
So
astrology. It's like you really have to like take the deep dive to really know what you're doing with that. That's why I appreciate other people that have done that, and you can just sort of appreciate all their hard work and research into that kind of stuff. Because I was so far behind on that, even tarot, all of that. The most I'd been sort of exposed to it was with the Law of One material, and they don't really use it in the same way. They use it as like archetypes to help with your personal growth or whatever. So,
interesting.
all right.
Interesting.
Let's see. We got over a foot of snow. Wow. Open heart healing. How are you? Let's see. Do you have any questions, Sarah? You want to do it?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That was Sarah that I
Where
had
is
on.
she?
Open heart healing.
Oh, okay.
You are
And where is
in.
she located?
Oh, I, I forget. I know it's straight up north, like west
Mm-hmm.
of Michigan. What is that? Iowa, Idaho, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
she reads the cards almost entirely intuitively too, and I think that's kind of a good way to do that. That way they're not so the meaning isn't you're not locking yourself into that meaning because it might be close but not quite there. You know what I mean?
Oh, Shane, can you imagine what I would be getting? I would have like the fool, and I would be saying like, "You're gonna have a party soon." I mean, I would be not reading the cards at
Right, right.
all. You know, that's a really interesting suggestion, though. I'm gonna have to take that seriously and give it a go, give it a try, and see what comes out. Because you know why? I haven't tried it since a year or so ago.
Right.
I do still have them, and sometimes I pull a card or two just to get an idea about something, but no.
What I love about it is tapping into the randomness, like I always talk about. Like when that card flies out, you have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? So, at that point, and once you see it enough, I think that's a good reason to play around with tarot or any of those things. Because after a while, you're like, wow, this can't just be chance. There's something supernatural happening here. There's something else involved with this because this wouldn't just come up like this. There's too many little synchronicities and stuff. So that's a good reason to explore that type of stuff too, even if you don't plan on, you know, being a tarot reader or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin, that's right. I knew you were way up north somewhere. Let's see. Any takers? Any questions? Anybody? Trying to think of if I had any questions. I could.
Well, I'll have to tell you some of the interesting outcomes from some of my personal readings. I had people challenge me, which they know that I'm still learning. I think I only have a couple more, maybe, I don't know how many more, but it's not too far away where I don't have to say I'm still learning anymore. I'm going to reach that goal and be able to say I'm a full-fledged psychic now,
Right.
psychic medium. And so uh, one of my clients asked me to read Saint Germain. And I said, okay. I said, I really don't know very much about him, but let me ask my guides and see what I have to say. Oh my gosh. I like met the Saint Germain. I mean, he was like telling me so much about him. And honestly, I don't remember all the details right now, but I it was just overwhelming and very it was it was so magical. I didn't know that I could just tap in and meet these people. It was really amazing.
Oh, I love Saint Germain's. That's the whole the thing that really helped me so much. The I am discourse with helping me not drop to those really low lows, and to really realize that to take control of my experience before it gets really bad. Because when you get really down in the dumps, you don't even want to feel better. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't want to reach that point anymore. So the whole I am discourse that Saint Germain put out like 100 years ago or whatever is what actually kind of put that floor there for me, so I don't ever drop too far. It's almost like a safety net. But and it didn't work for everybody, but the I am discourse. So that's amazing that he came through because he was. I loved the readings. That's just amazing.
Yeah. And then this same client also challenged me one more time. She was I think she was a reader or a Reiki healer, one or the other. And she was very open. So it was really easy for me to connect. And we were like kind of, you get a connection with somebody and then it raises your vibration.
Right.
And she also told me that she was told that she was part of the White Brotherhood of Love.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if that's what it's called or if light, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tapped into them, and I do remember some details about that. They told me they were a band of brothers, but it not brotherhood as in gender, but brotherhood as in loyalty, like individuals or souls or energies that are loyal and band together. And they also told me that they were had lifetimes here on Earth and that they were the heroes. They were the heroes that gave their lives, you know? And then that energy was magnified and they banded together on the other side. And they said they were like firemen they have each other's back, they have your back, and they come in and they save people. And I was just so overwhelmed. I'm like, I didn't even know.
Right. Is I think
It,
isn't Jesus and Saint Germain both part of that brotherhood that you're talking about, or
uh,
because I think
you're
I'd only
telling me
heard of it.
something new.
I think I'd only heard of it once, and it was towards the end of the I Am discourse that he mentioned Saint Germain mentioned something like that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe this person that I was reading was familiar with that because she just asked me, "Can you connect to this? Can you
Yeah.
connect to that?" And I'm like, "Let me see," you know?
Yeah. That would make sense. You know. Well, we know Jesus gave his life. I'm not sure how Saint Germain died, but yeah, that's wild. Okay, we do have a question. Open heart healing. Sarah has a question. Anything I can do for my health at this time? Let's see if we can tap into Sarah's health.
Thank you for your question, Sarah.
Once again, guys, if you have any questions, just put them in caps and some emojis or something to get our attention.
So, Sarah, let me just share with you what I'm getting and see how it develops. The first thing I saw was a bologna sandwich on white bread. I'm not sure if this is something that you used to eat or that you you like it. No judgment. It just looked good. I just had to tell you. I rarely get food, so I wanted to tell you. And then I saw a very close up image of Saturn. And Saturn was sort of like at 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock. The rings were 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock, if that makes any sense to you. And then the round, the rings were tilted that way, which is unusual. Usually Saturn, you would see them this way or a little bit tilted, like 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock, So that was unusual. It was almost looking like I was looking at the backside of Saturn because it was 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And now I know that you asked me about your health, but this is what they're showing me. So let me see what they want to say about it. It's taking just a minute. Sorry.
No problem.
Now I'm seeing puppies, which are my symbol for unconditional love. They're showing me headphones for binaural beats, music, vibration, frequency, sound. I don't know if you love kittens and puppies or have them, but I keep seeing beautiful, lovely kittens and puppies. It's unusual that it's mixing in like this. They're saying energy healing. They're saying sound bath. They're saying like Reiki or another format of energy healing. I know that you did a BQH, and that is uh, putting you on your path, getting you on your way. Work on clearing your chakras. There's telling me sound, vibration, frequency, energy
Um,
are all things that are going to help your body heal itself.
it almost sounds like it's stress related. I don't know if that resonates with you, Sarah, but it sounds like it's kind of pointing towards getting yourself in a good
Well,
place. Go ahead.
they do say that stress is a precursor for many diseases.
Mm-hmm.
So, and inflammation, stress and inflammation.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So that's my warm up. Thanks for the question. I hope that's helpful for you.
Yeah. Let's see. Doris had a question. What is hindering me from successfully moving forward with my etheric business? Or is there something hindering?
And her name again is
Doris? Doris Moore.
Doris.
Mm-hmm.
So what my guides are telling me is that you have expectations of what it may look like, and it's important for you to let go of those expectations and um, allow the business to um, grow and develop and bloom organically, and not try and steer it, not try and take control with a steering wheel and say, I want to go this way, I want to go this way, but the road's going this way. So take your hands off the wheel, trust the guides and let them guide you. And they will be able to pace you, they will be able to uh, propel you when the time is right. So if there's any hesitation or any kind of delay or resistance, it may be because you're trying to steer it the way that you think it's going to go, but they have a different idea. There are absolutely no rules here. There are endless, infinite possibilities. So they may want you to go in a totally different direction that nobody else has gone and make it your own. And you're following something that somebody else has done and steering this way when really they want you just to let go, get yourself together, get your all of your energy aligned, get your balance and rest and health and reduce your stress, and then allow spirit to go forward.
That's good. Doris, is this a business, like a brick and mortar business, or more of an online work from home type of business? Okay, I just wanted to ask that and let you know that, let's see, Sarah said, thank you. I'm a Capricorn, so Saturn makes sense for me. I will try the sound healing. That's great. Kim is
Thank you,
wondering,
Sarah.
Kim H is wondering if my dad is near me now. Did he pass away, Kim? I'm assuming. If she's wanting to find
And
out
if you
about.
have, if I could have his name, if that's possible.
Okay, yeah, Kim, if we can get your dad's name, and I'll get to you next, Gypsy.
Kim H, right?
Yep, Kim H. I'll let you know when her dad's name comes through.
Well, right off the bat, I'm seeing like a professional photo with a gentleman with glasses on, that it's sort of like not an insurance guy, but you know how insurance people or even realtors send you their photo and it's like this professional
Hmm.
type photo, but it looks like it's back in the 80s.
Well,
So,
she says he passed away when she was 4.
okay. So, you know those bigger glasses that men used to wear in the late 70s and 80s? That's kind of what I'm
The
seeing.
dark rimmed, thick
Hmm.
glasses.
And not necessarily the pointed collars, but the maybe the thick tie, the thick wide tie that they used to wear. I see him with a professional photo for some
She
reason.
doesn't know his name. He was,
She doesn't know his name?
mm-mm. He was,
Wow.
oh, yeah. Oh, he was a mailman? Okay, I see. So she never knew her dad, so. But she knows he passed away, I guess, when she was 4. So I guess she doesn't have a lot to go
Wow.
on, but
Yeah.
maybe, do you feel him around, do you think, Kim? Mm,
I, I can ask him for a message.
okay,
I can ask this gentleman that I'm picking up
perfect.
that he's showing me his picture.
Yeah, she said he wore glasses. Yeah.
He's saying he didn't miss out on sharing your life. He was able to watch over you from the other side. He's sorry that that left a void in your life, an unknown. He wants to fix it. He wants to send love to fill that void. He's a little bit not ashamed, but he's a little bit like beaten up on himself, like, oh man, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe I did that to her. And, he's just sort of like really um, regretful is the word that happened, that the these things transpired the way that they did.
Hmm.
He has been following you your whole life. He is very proud of you. He is watching over you. You're doing a great job. A lot of us are watching you from over here. This earth is a tough school of hard knocks. We all are growing leaps and bounds, and he's just so very proud of you. The more resistance and the more challenges, the more growth opportunity we have. He's saying you're doing beautifully. You're hanging in there. Do you have children? He's saying something about grandkids.
Oh, do you have children, Kim?
He's
She says the
watching over
picture
them.
picture she has of him, he's wearing a mailman uniform.
That may be a professional picture that I saw.
What year would you estimate, Kim, that your father passed away? 4 years after you were born, if you don't mind me asking. No kids. Maybe he's wanting you to have some kids. Are you thinking about it, Kim?
He must have family in on this earth.
Yeah, not much to go off of. 1978. That would put the collar about right. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well,
That
the
reminded me of my
late
dad's
70s,
late. Yeah,
early 80s.
exactly. Late 70s, early 80s. That's when my dad's collar was like way out. And ties were like that way.
Hmm. Yeah, that's funny. Is there any other message that you have for her? He said, you know my name. He said, my name is Dad.
Oh,
He says, please call me Dad. Please call me Dad. You guys are soul family. No matter how mm, unconventional the relationship was, or the not relationship was here on earth, you still are soul family. You dipped into each other's lives for a brief moment, but on the other side, you've had lifetimes together. Please call me Dad. Please give me a chance to make things right. Ask him for signs, ask him for messages. He is very regretful that you have that void in your life, and he does want to make it the opportunity to make it better. That's pretty much what he keeps saying. But he's a handsome guy, and I'm telling you, I wish I could just put the camera inside my head and let you see the picture that I'm seeing, because I'm seeing him.
that's awesome.
He's a nice guy. I'm gonna let Dad go. And what he does is he just goes right up and sits on the bleachers or in the ballpark stadium in one of those chairs, and he just hangs out and watches the show.
Very nice.
And you brought him here. I didn't go get him. You brought him here.
Nice. Okay,
Thank
Gypsy.
you.
Yeah, that was
That
awesome.
was
Gypsy had a question. Will everything be all right if I leave this situation with broken hearts? Sounds silly without specifics, but it is a weight. Something that's a burden for Gypsy. Wants to know if she'll be all right if she leaves the situation.
yes, it is. It is you're feeling guided. You're feeling guided. Um, and you can also use the pendulum to help you make up your mind as to when, how much, how far, to what degree. That it's when you're making a decision and you are all up in your mind and you're whirling it around over and over and over, what's going to happen if, it really is uh, dragging on your energy, and it not confuses, but it clouds the information from coming through. So if you take a pendulum and you say, will I be okay? Is it in my best interest to leave the situation I'm in right now for Gypsy? Is it in her best interest to leave this situation? It's picking up momentum. Wow, cool. It's saying yes and it's picking it up. So then you can say, is it in my best interest to leave this situation next week? Is it in my best interest to take all of my clothes with me? Is it in my best interest to get a job before I leave the situation? Just ask, let spirit guide you. And if you're wondering about it over and over again in your mind, it doesn't allow the messages and the guidance to come through. So they want you to trust and let it go. And I understand it's hard to trust and let it go. But if you ask your pendulum and you rely on that, and you can ask it again 2 or 3 times a day or the next day, and it'll help you to relax that mind and to start focusing on the next step rather than what do I do? What do I do? So for your health, for your peace of mind, and so that they can guide you and the messages can be clearer, if that makes sense.
Very nice. Yeah, pendulums are helpful.
I really rely on mine.
Yeah, what's so cool about it is like you can try to hold it still, and it'll eventually start rocking or whatever. But for me anyway, and one way or the other. Well, I don't know. Sometimes because I do forward and backwards, like yes, and sideways for no, and then in the circle for, rephrase the question, or you know what I mean, something like that.
I love it when it just vibrates. It stays perfectly still and it just vibrates. It's like, I'm thinking, I'm
Right.
thinking, I'm thinking. But mine is north and south is yes, and east and west is no. That's correct. That's what mine is. But everybody is different.
Right.
I've heard people had the exact opposite.
Yeah. Some people use the little chart things that you hold it over in. Have you seen those? Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. I've seen that with months. You can put the months of the year. You can put, put whatever you want. And I actually haven't tried it. So it'd be interesting to see if you could really tell what month.
Oh yeah, have like a wheel with all the months on it, and then the days, the numbers.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could have a lot of fun with that. Okay, let's see. Kim said yes, she was mad at her dad for leaving her for a very long time. So let's see. Someone wanted to make sure you said guides and not gods. That's funny.
Mike, well, it's just words.
Right, right.
It's
No, it's
they're
just
just
funny.
labels.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just labels. It is funny.
And going back to Gypsy's question, a lot of people are, I don't know. It's like they're being faced with a decision to go a different direction. So the pendulum might be handy for a lot of people. But a lot of what I've seen personally is, people getting out of their jobs and then things not going so well there once they're out of there. So it's almost like, it's almost like universe or their guides are moving them out ahead of time, and they just trust it. But I know it's when you have bills and everything, I know how unnerving it is, to even think of that. You're like, oh, I just want to stay here where it's safe. I know I'm going to have my bills paid, and but that's kind of like stepping out on faith. That's one of those times, and really
Yeah.
finding the excitement in it. You know.
Yeah.
Welcome, Julie. If you have a question, you can put it in caps. Let me see if I. Oh wait, no, she wrote something. Can you give me any insight to getting a natural healing center in Florida? That would be nice. Julie had that
And
orb
it's
picture a while back with the little elf guy in it or whatever. Good to see you, Julie. Let's see. So yeah, an insight into getting natural healing center in Florida for Julie N.
they're saying that it is it's going to be in high demand in the future. People are going to be looking for natural healing more and more. I mean, it's really just exploding, and it's been exploding for the last 10, 20 years. And it is the healthcare system is going to, uh, break down, and systems may not be working, and people are going to need to look for some relief and understanding and education. Wow, education. How about that? Have you thought about maybe educating, having a teacher come in and teach? I see that you're going to have more than one location, and it may even be in different states. It's just there's so much of a need out there that you can't get out there fast enough. As soon as you get out there, and the reason why they want you to teach is because there's a lot of people out there that are have the abilities but don't have the certificate or the place to practice. So if you would teach, then you would have like a school, and people could come and take get Reiki or whatever you're going to teach, or have different classes, and people will come and they'll be able to practice on the people for like a classroom, sort of like what I'm doing, like a classroom kind of fee. And it will help catapult these individuals after um, graduating from your training. And some of them may have a background in massage therapy or professional, acupuncture, and they want to get into more of different kind of healing to complement what they already have. Wow, Julie.
That's awesome. Julie says, I just like to teach them simple modalities to heal themselves. So it sounds like, you know, just barely cracking the surface of what you're going to be able to do there. And almost like
It's
expanding, like being sort of this place that people come through to learn, and then, I don't know, like a mentorship or training type facility. So that's cool. And in Florida as well. That's awesome.
Yeah, so have the treatment facility, but have the school and the classes there, maybe nights or weekends, or, like a clinic type of setup where you have a professional practice, but then a clinic part of it too, where new people can come and learn. Nice.
Very cool. Let's see. I have no money, so I'd like to team up with others. Let's see if you can tap into any financial ideas for, because I know that can be a big hurdle for
Well,
people.
this is similar to the other person who I said had their hands on the wheel and was going like this, like steering towards. And if you're concerned about the money, or you're worried about the money, or you want to get the money up front, that's steering away from the guides, the way that they want to give you this information. And I would not, and let's call in Cynthia Sue Larson here too, and have her let you know that you don't have to have money. You don't have to know where the money is coming from. You have to have the passion, the idea, and the willingness to do the work, and people will find you. You could say, I'm doing this, tell people, and people will find you. It's not, you don't need money. That's not required in order to manifest this great need and your passion and your devotion for service, to service and help others. That's all that you need. That's all that you need. Somehow, some way, the money will fall in your lap. You won't know where it's coming from. Just start planning it. Start the process. Start the business plan. Start searching for a place and say, I'm leaving it up to my guides. I'm going to give it over to you. If this is the right opportunity, then the money will show up in a partner, or in a grant, or in a hmm. But don't limit it. Think outside of the box. You don't need money first. That's a human way of thinking. And actually, it's a program that we have, because it's not just human, because humans had bartering systems and different systems in order to provide service and to receive some sort of payment in return, or in exchange, some sort of energy exchange.
Hmm.
So maybe you could co-op, maybe you could find somebody who has an office and ask them if you can teach out of their office at night. Like, just, infinite possibilities. Think outside the box. Don't let the money stop you. Start planning it now. Start figuring it out.
Yep. I need to move there from Georgia, so I guess she's still in Georgia, but she's feeling drawn to Florida. Oh, Julie, this is all good. Go. Okay, Diane has a question. Hey, Diane, from across the pond. How are you? Question is there a message from Diane's father? He passed away in 2018. His name was Dave.
Hi, Diane. Thanks for your question. Thanks for the caps.
Yeah, that helps.
Really, really helps. these spirit messengers, your Dave, he's cracking me up. He's like, I'm over here, and he's like running down the steps of the stadium. I just don't know why I'm seeing these things.
There's a big show going on here, I think. Yeah, there is. We're just not seeing it. You can feel it though.
Because I said, Dave, are you here? And he's like, I'm over here, I'm coming. And I see him like jumping down the steps, the stadium steps.
Like the price is right almost or something. Sounds like Dave's feeling good.
He's excited that he was called next. They're all here waiting to be called on. Dave, do you have a message for Diane? He just says, my sweet daughter. Of course, I would do anything for her. He says, my message is love. It's all love. That's all there is. That's all that matters. He sees it. He feels it. He is it on the other side. He is filled with it. He is overwhelmed with it. He wants to share that with you. Dave, can you give me some evidential information that Diane could validate so that we can confirm we are speaking to her father, Dave, in this incarnation? He's pulling out a Texas Instruments calculator. That's very specific. I'm not sure if he was like a scientist or a mathematician or somebody who would use that type of a calculator. He was very smart. Can you show me anything else, Dave? You're showing me like an owl, but with the wingspans totally out to the side, and the owl like sort of in this position. I'm not sure if you have a picture, if you've seen one, or if you saw one and you thought of your father, or if was wise. Maybe he's telling me he was wise. What is your message to Diane? What would you like to say to her right now? What's important for her to know today? He said he is, he's showing me like a Christmas decorations and a tree that he's going to be hanging out for the holidays. Something about the 24th. He's showing me the number 24. I'm not sure if Christmas Eve was a special time for you or it's somebody's birthday, or not sure what the December 24th means. He wants you to celebrate and to treat yourself good and to have the all of the treats that Christmas could bring. And he's showing me like chocolates, like expensive, what kind, gourmet chocolates, like pieces of chocolate. You know what I mean? Chocolate. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. like boxed chocolate candy. I'm not sure if that means anything to you.
Okay. I was due on the 24th, she says. You mean your due date when you were actually born, or?
Wow.
I think she said that's hard before the calculator thing. I don't know if the calculator thing was.
Mm-hmm. I know. I think they just want to show me their personality because I do, but keep it in mind because I've had people tell me, in fact, I'm going to put this on my channel one day soon.
Yeah, I just bought a new tree, the exact same as the one we had growing up. It's very specific. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, oh, that's cute. Good, Diane. Thanks. Thanks for the feedback. That really helps. Um, I did a reading for a classmate of mine, and it was really good. And she said, I said I'd like to share it on my YouTube channel, and what my intentions or my aspirations are once I get it all together is have like a 10 or 15-minute clip of the actual reading, and then have the client talk about what it meant to her, and just for instance, and um, I was reading, her brother had passed, and I said he's showing me like four-wheelers, the kind that you drive and ride around on and do donuts on and stuff. And she's like, no. I said, well, like mini bikes, maybe it's mini bikes or like dirt bikes. And she's like, no. And so then I'm like, go-karts. I'm like, he keeps showing me, like he's trying to show me different things. And she's like, that just doesn't make any sense. I don't know what he's trying to say. So I said, okay, let's just let it go. And we talked about other things that she could validate. And then, like 2 weeks later, she's like, I realized what those go-karts and mini bikes and four-wheelers were. It was his best friend. He and his best friend used to do that all the time. And here he was 10 years older than her, and she didn't really know too much about his friends and stuff. And she realized it, and she's like, I am so sorry, I didn't get it. So sometimes the information that they're showing us will make sense to you maybe in the future.
I got you.
Hopefully.
I found the love thing hard. We had a difficult relationship. Oh, she was actually, her due date, she was actually supposed to be born December 24th. 24th December. That's wild.
Well, maybe that's what he was saying when he's over there. He was enveloped in that unconditional love, and he knows that love is all that there is and all that matters. And he's sending you this love because now he knows.
Right.
I too had a difficult relationship with my father, and he has since made amends, and now we work together.
That's awesome.
Comes, I know, I know. Yeah.
David Maud had a question. Let's see if we can tap in for Dave. He says, I've been told I'm an old soul and had many lives. Can you give me any insight?
Sure, Dave.
Thanks,
Let me
Dave.
check with my guides. Check with Dave's guides. They're showing me that you are, yes, a member of your soul family that is honored and decorated, and you have mm, you have recognition, you have um, respect and wisdom. And whoa, 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 Dave. I'm seeing this man with like antlers and as a headdress. It's
Like Viking looking?
better than Viking. It's more like Norse god
Oh, wow.
kind of stuff. It's the image was just so powerful because they're telling me that you are a highly esteemed um, member of your soul family, that you have graduated and been there, done that pretty much, and have evolved in many different lifetimes. And now you're at one of these leaders in your soul family. And they show me that you have this honor and respect from your soul family, that you carry this wisdom and this knowing. And the image that they gave me, I don't know if it's you or why they showed me that image, but wow, it was really cool. It was like, see if I could describe it. It's to distinguish you from others, that you wear this headdress, that you are one of the. I don't, I'm in on this plane, we call it elder, we call it senior, we call it, but you're not, it's not about it's just that you're respected because everybody's equal there. There's no, but you have achievements that are recognized and that are placed at the respected end of the spectrum there. It's hard because certain words, it just doesn't apply. Let me see if there's anything else for Dave. You are right. You are right on the money, and you are an amazing soul, not just an old soul, an amazing soul that has made amazing achievements and carries much respect. People can feel this about you, Dave. You have an air about you that you carry this. People respect you. People listen. People hear your words. You're also very intuitive. You take direction from your guides and your higher self. And they're telling me that this lifetime, you may not have to achieve so much. You may not have to conquer a mountain. You may just have to have a good life because you've achieved so much on the other side, that this is your, you get what you want kind of life. No, no big obstacles to overcome.
That's awesome.
And that he wanted to be here at this time, in this time and space. And his soul, people will see his soul and his true essence in at the right time, the time of need. It'll shine through. Oh gosh, that's beautiful. I wish I could show you the picture of this headdress of this man that is just like I can't, it's sort of, it is like a helmet, but it has like, it's shaped like an antler, but it's things that go out to either side. I don't know. I'd have to look around to see if I could show you a picture if I saw it again. I don't know what to describe it. I don't know
Wow.
what it is.
Still very cool.
Very cool, Dave. Thanks for asking that question.
Yeah, great question.
What do you say? The headdress comes from the Peruvians, first settlers? What? Wow. Do you see Dave's comment?
Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. Wow.
I'll have to look that up. So cool.
That is really neat. Okay, I don't want
I'll
to
have
skip
to.
any. Let me back up a little bit. I think I had one. Let's see. Liz asks, my dad died November 2nd. Does he see things clear on the other side? There is a lot of gaslighting and propaganda hiding the truth in our family. So Liz wants to know about her dad who died on November 2nd.
Does Liz by any chance know his name? I know I can start connecting,
Okay.
but when we have his name, then I can energetically I can just zero in on him. So Liz's dad. Liz, if you're here, he's here. He's always with you. And he has to scoot past people. You know how you scoot past people at the ball game? I think they do that just to make me laugh. I never saw that before. Oh, this is hysterical. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I know I'm very sorry for your loss. I know you must be grieving. And let me see. He's telling me that he had no trouble getting to the other side. He was met by family members, embraced in unconditional love. He said that he is now his higher self with a fractal of the personality that he was here in this incarnation in order to keep the connection with the people that are here. His higher self is more of a part of him now, which is unconditional love, acceptance, allowance. And we all understand on a higher perspective that these are all opportunities for us to love, for us to transcend the difficulties, transcend the obstacles, to overcome the differences uh, and the duality, and just see love and see that we are all one. This is all placed in our existence for the opportunity to transcend and focus on the higher perspective of love. And when we do that, all of the negative uh, obstacles or illusions will disintegrate and disappear, and our existence will now be at a higher resonance and a higher perspective. And none of that will make any difference, because what's most important is how we treat each other in kindness and love. And this is what he's telling me is the lesson that he sees on the other side.
And his name is Robert or Bobby.
Okay, Bobby, do you have a specific message? And I'm sorry, what is her first name? Is it
Liz.
Liz? Yeah, okay. Do you have a message for Liz? He's saying, take care of your heart. Focus on your heart. Focus on your soul. Focus on your connection to other humans. The relationship, it means more than anything else. The relationship is something that you carry lifetimes after lifetimes. The situation that we're in right now is just temporary and it's only this lifetime. And it's a test for all of us to see if we can rise above and love each other anyway. Rise above and stick together as humans, as souls, as love. Bobby, do you have some evidence that I could share with Liz to help identify you, to help her validate that it is you? He's telling me he was familiar with the stands. He liked baseball. Bobby, what else in this lifetime? He's showing me like a plaid shirt. Not sure if he like not flannel, but just like the uh neat, tidy, buttoned up type of plaid. Okay. Not overweight, like a very trim man. Um, Showing me that he tucked in his shirt and he was very neat, like his appearance was very neat. And what else is something that Liz can validate? He said he chewed tobacco. What else can Liz validate? What about something in Liz's life now that he's just saying that he's sorry that your heart is hurting and he knows that you have to go through the grieving process and he knows that you wish things could be different. He says they are different. Your wish has already come true. Just open your eyes and open your heart and see that things are different. Is there anything else, Bobby, that you have for Liz today? You're doing everything right. You made all the right decisions and you're taking all the right steps. Follow your heart. The fog will clear, clarity will come. And you'll have a what's he saying? Can't think of the word. You'll have like confidence, or you'll have um, the reassurance and the knowing with the clarity. You'll be like, ah, yes, sort of like you'll feel a resolution. You'll feel the relief. The relief will come. He says, take care of your mother. Don't worry about me. She has much grieving to go through. Help her see that I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm right beside her. I'll wait. I'll wait for her until it's her time to come.
Liz says football. We'd go to the games. He chewed double mint, but definitely an addiction.
Thanks for the validation, Liz. Sorry I got it off a little bit, right? Saw him back in the stands. He was very familiar with those stands.
Let's see.
He's a good guy. He's a good communicator too, just being over there for a short time, but he was really filled with love.
Very good. Okay. Oh, okay. Rusty. Rusty Piazza says, is there anything that you can see, that you see for me from the other side? As far as maybe dead loved ones or something, maybe? Rusty? See if anybody comes through for Rusty. He was up a little bit.
I'm seeing a grandmother energy coming forward. And grandmothers always love to come forward for their grandsons. Is it a male? Is Rusty a male?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. And they she's just showing me the connection with you when you were young. And that grandmotherly love that is so warm and so inviting, so unconditional. She spoiled you, gave you Oreos, you weren't supposed to. She's telling me that she was a hard worker. She was outside where it was dusty. She would do like planting, gardening, washing. She was all about her chores, all about the cooking, all about, and it was all done with love. She enjoyed every minute of it. It was a beautiful life for her.
He says, yes, we are close. She has passed on. Very nice.
Good. Now, see, she didn't come down from the stadium. That's a little curious for me. She just sort of like appeared
Let's see.
with a lot of love, though.
I want to make sure I didn't miss. Okay. All right, after that one. Chance wants to know. Let's see. Riley Girl Chance. I was a foster child, but was told Sasquatch was my guardian and was even given a name. Could this be true? Thank you. And that's Riley Girl Chance. Well, Sasquatch are multi-dimensional, so it's interesting. I've heard of them being protectors too. So.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're showing me. When you were young and vulnerable, that you had guardians and protectors and a team to watch over you and protect you. And these guardians are more like your spirit guides that can shapeshift and become um, anything you can imagine. And go ahead. Did you want to say something, Shane?
No, no,
And that they're saying that it's there's many guides, many angels, many beings watching over you, and on this earth plane there are different dimensional beings that have uh, closer access. They're saying it was the energy. They're saying it wasn't actually what we think of as a real Sasquatch, uh, you know, flesh and bone on this earth. It was an energy of this protective type of being that's close, and the energy is closer to this earth than an angel or a guide would be. And it could take different forms, and people could perceive it in different ways. So whoever mentioned that to you wasn't wrong. It was that's how they saw the energy that was closer in this realm, in this dimension, I guess is what they want me to say. Does that make sense?
She says she's always felt blessed. And yeah, that makes perfect sense. I understood what you mean. Yeah, because a lot of the times it's the way we interpret things. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. Liz said she was actually typing that out as you were saying it about taking care of her mom.
Oh, cool.
And let's see. Melanie, I scrolled. I didn't see a question anywhere. If you could type it again or copy it and paste it in. Okay, let's see. Barb wants to know, hi, I would love to hear from my brother-in-law, Andy. Died 3 years ago. And any validation would be great. Thank you.
Barb, brother-in-law, Andy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a quiet guy? I feel either just a little bit of hesitation. Either he's unsure of me or the process.
Hmm.
Let me just see. Brother-in-law Andy. Okay. So he's wondering if I have permission to connect to his energy. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to ask my guides to connect with Andy's guides and ask if I have permission to tap into Andy's energy. Andy is helping me with my ethic practice. So I know the proper channels because it is once removed. And he's like, why is she looking at me? Why does she want me? There's a little bit of hesitation and question about my accessibility to his energy, which is I have to respect. They have to give me the if it's close to you and it's in your family, it's different. But because I don't know why I don't know why he's telling me that. Let me just but it's a beautiful lesson for me. Thank you, Andy. You see, is his guides telling my guides if I have permission. They're saying she's all right. You can let her if you want to. The things that they show me is just phenomenal. And I have to say it out loud or else I'll never remember that I saw it. It's like, all right. Reluctantly giving me access. And I'm telling you, they make me laugh because it raises my energy.
Yeah.
I ask for this information to come in the most uplifting possible way. And I mean no disrespect. I know you have a loss in your family, but wow, it's just so okay, Andy. Okay. So he's saying, tell my brother that I'm fine. So if it's your brother-in-law, is it your husband's brother or is it your sister's husband? I mean, it could be so many different things. I don't know. But he's just saying, tell my brother I'm okay. Tell my family I'm okay. He said it was a sweet ride being here on Earth. Each and every one of us has won the lottery being here on Earth this time. He'll be watching. He'll be watching the show from over there. Show me something orange metallic. I almost want to say like a paint color of a car. I don't know if he liked hot rods, if he had an orange metallic hot rod. I'm uh I'm losing him. I've lost my connection for some reason.
Hmm. Just specifically to him?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not sure, is there any type of validation from the was it Melanie? No, it was somebody else.
Uh,
Oh, okay, it's Barb. Barb said yes, husband's bro. Okay,
okay, yep.
good. Thanks, Barb. No orange car. Okay, thanks, Barb.
Okay. Let me go to
Let me see
yellow.
if there's,
Oh, go ahead.
if you don't mind, I'm gonna now that we have a confirmation to continue, let me see if he wants to continue. He's just saying, I have so much love for you guys. He's like, you guys are so great. He said, I'll see you when you get over here. It's like, I have so much love for you. He's he's just really, really proud of all of us, all of you, all of the family. And he's watching over, and he's fine. Tell my brother I'm with him. Tell my brother I'll send him signs. Can you give me any information for your brother to validate for maybe a memory from when you were younger? Showing me music. Showing me playing instruments. I don't know if they wanted to be in a rock band or were in a band of some sort. He's saying we were just average kids messing around after school, having fun, running all over the neighborhood till all hours of night at the night, having adventures. Sometimes the days would never end. He said, I cherish those moments and those memories. And it's the connection, it's the relationship that'll always carry on. We don't die, we just change form. I'm right here with you. I'm watching over you. I'll come and visit you in my dream, in your dream. I'll do the best I can. You guys hang in there. He's like, catch you later. So he's going to step back now.
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. We have one for a question from Yellow Sun. Hi, Shane and Jean. My boyfriend passed away almost a year ago. My question is, does he have any messages for me or for his kids? His passing is still very hard for us. Sorry for your loss. Everyone, sorry for all of your loss, by the way. I should say that. His name
Yeah.
was Ray,
And
and he passed away January 3rd of 21.
it, that's amazing. Is that why her name is Yellow Sun? Because his name is Ray?
Ah, maybe so.
That's beautiful.
She remembers the yellow sun, too. That's a good thing.
Let me see if I can connect to Ray. And it's her husband, right? Or a boyfriend?
Boyfriend.
Okay. So I'm seeing like Wrangler jeans. Like he is a cool dude that wore like jeans that would the kind that you could wear for a lifetime and they never wear out. I don't know if this has any uh resemblance, but he's showing me like cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. And that went along with those Wrangler jeans. He is saying, I'm sorry I left you and the kids so early, so soon. It was my time. Right. Do you have a message for Yellow Sun?
Her name is Karen. Her real name.
Karen, thank you.
No hat, but he wore jeans and boots.
He's he's giving me like an emotion and I'm trying to translate it. A moment. He's a man of few words and he's very, very, very connected to you and the kids and is almost not overwhelmed, but has like a little catch in his throat and is just honored that you're reaching out and asking to connect with him. And he's just trying to, he feels the, and I'm really sorry, I don't mean to upset you, but he feels the desperation and the despair, the just, you know, and it's deep. It's deep. And he's feeling your pain and he's hurting because you're hurting and the kids are hurting. And he's got this catch in his throat and he can't really say too much. He's showing me things and he's telling me that he's honored that you're reaching out and asking to connect to him. Oh, he's breaking my heart. Oh my gosh. He's saying he's sharing the burden. He's saying he's carrying the burden. He's saying you have these feelings, these thoughts, and this energy, and he's going to hold that for you so that you don't have to take it on alone. He's sharing that with you. He's taking those feelings of despair and loss away from you and carrying it, lifting it from you so that you can get through the grieving process. Oh, he just does. He's just showing me. I think it's like a mirror. He's showing me that he misses you and the kids dearly, and that just is a confirmation of the love that you guys all had for each other and the closeness and the energy that you guys all shared together. You were like a unit. You were like a pack. Like everybody went everywhere all together all the time. Like everybody was always in sync. Not, everybody was always together. The family was tight. The family was good. Everybody got along. Everybody was happy. And this loss really just made everybody feel unbalanced and not knowing where their center is. Um, he's saying, allow yourself the time to grieve. The grieving process takes as long as it takes. It's different for everybody. And the connection and the energy that you shared together was uh, a high vibration, a very soul connection. And heartfelt, obviously, but he's just saying how true and how uh, complementary that the relationships were, that the family unit was. He's saying you will find your balance. He's saying give yourself the time to grieve. There's no rush. Talk about it. Talk about it. Don't not talk about it because it'll bring up hard feelings. He's saying talk about it. Talk about me. Remember me. Say remember when Dad did this. Remember when that we did that. And when you're alone and you're missing him, say, honey, I remember when you and I did this, or I'm making your favorite eggs today, and you know, uh, do some of his favorite things just in honor of him. It'll bring him in close to you. And he's saying he's never too far away. He's always around you and the kids. He's saying, I'll be there to lift you up. He's saying, just allow yourself the feelings, to go through the feelings. Allow yourself. Be kind to yourself. Take care of yourself. The kids will be fine. The kids are going through their own grieving process. Once you guys are have gotten to a certain point in your grieving process, he said he's can come and visit you guys in your dreams to give you hope and validation, and I want to say resolve that, but that doesn't make any sense. But give you console you from your dreams, and show you that he's okay. He is okay. And the reason why he was showing me that his heart was broken and that he had a catch in his throat is because he's carrying these emotions for you and the kids. He's fine. He's happy. He's loved. He's with family members. He's whole. He's well. He's shining bright. He's connected with his higher self. He's watching over you. Everything is fine with him. And he is sharing your pain just to help you and help ease it a little bit for you.
It's pretty heavy, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to release his energy. Very beautiful. It's almost like a true love story or something, like a once in a lifetime love that you found, and everything just clicked. And and it was I mean, a huge, a beautiful, really strong connection, a really soul connection. And that loss is just, even, I mean, every loss is detrimental, but the energy, you feel like half of you is gone, but he's still there with you.
Let's see here. I want to make sure I get everybody's first question in before I start doing second ones here, because it's getting kind of late.
I know I'm doing longer ones for some reason.
Mr. B714, I'd like to know if anyone is trying to speak to me. I see too many patterns lately. Are you talking about synchronicities? Because everyone in my household, I'm just saying this as a validation, they're talking about synchronicities in all sorts of varieties, whether it's on TV, the clock, someone says something they were just thinking. So if it's that sort of thing, I can tell you that everyone I know is experiencing a super duper increase in synchronistic, weird sorts of events. It's like our higher self is like, hey, pay attention, things are happening.
It's the beginning of your awakening. It's the beginning of your soul's journey, of your human awareness being expanded, and they are amping up the frequency in both senses, the frequency and the frequency.
Right.
Um, so that because everything's going to be accelerated. So hold on, strap into the roller coaster.
Okay, let's see here. I want to make sure I don't skip anybody here. Yeah, she actually Jean will go back and read. So um, she was
I
talking.
go back and check the
Yeah,
chat
there's some
afterwards. Yeah.
validation in there that you'll want to see. She's wanting to make sure you go back and read it.
Great, thanks. Put it in the comment section too afterwards if you think of something.
Yeah.
That's really very helpful. And I'll respond. I'll come back and check it a couple times.
Okay. Let's see here. Tim J wants to know any messages from my girlfriend's dad, John, to her, or from my dad to me. Can you connect to anybody for Tim J? Maybe his
All
girlfriend.
right.
His dad or his girlfriend's
Um,
dad, John? Do you want to just try one or the other?
I it would be a little bit easier for me to connect to your father, but do you have a name, Tim?
I think he only gave us her father's name, which was John. So we'll need, or it would be helpful, John or Tim. Sorry.
Only because it's once removed and your energy is here and your loved ones are here. And it might take me another 20 minutes to get to the other.
Right.
Not unless your girlfriend's sitting right beside you and gives you permission.
Right.
I'd love to. I'd love to. And Shane, I just want to say I do I'm not offering the free readings at this time,
Mm-hmm.
but I do offer a sliding scale
Okay.
and to accommodate all different income levels and situations. So if they want to just check out my website and take a look at the options,
Okay.
um,
And that's the link below too. I think. Yeah, that's right. I do have your website and your YouTube channel.
thank you very much.
No problem.
Because it is I'm doing actually longer readings this time. They're a little more like 5 or 10 minutes rather than 1 and 2 minutes.
Right.
And but
Well, he says the
it
name is
really
James. Passed away in
uh,
1987. Tim's dad.
so I see an older gentleman and a gentleman that may be um hmm, stuck in the era of maybe the 60s. um it not in the respect of hippies, but like sort of like he's the old conventional type of the man gets up, makes his lunch, puts his lunch box and his thermos in his lunch box. He goes to work and he comes home. When he comes home, dinner's on the table, like sort of like old school kind of energy is around him. And he liked things done the way they always have been done. He likes things, he didn't like to change with the times too much. So whatever he was when he was 25, that's kind of like where he's stuck through the rest of his life, if that makes any sense. That's what he's showing me. He's like, I wasn't um I wasn't the type to try all the latest technology and try and have all the latest gadgets or move with the times. He said, I like things done a certain way and I like doing them repetitively. And that was very comfortable for me. And this is the type of existence that I thought was important for me to provide. Do you have a message for Tim? Hmm. He's saying, Timmy boy. He's saying you were he was so happy that you were a boy when you were born. You were you made him very proud, made him proud to be your father. He felt like this was his duty too. He felt like I need to raise kids and I need to raise my son. And this is what I'm going to do. And he had like, I don't know if he had like a paper route, but he did things like sort of, not, I hesitate to say old fashioned, but it's sort of like just the way things have always been done. And like the expectation um, of American families. Now, as soon as I said that, he showed me a station wagon with the wood panels on the side, sort of like a station wagon kind of dad. Is there anything else that you can tell me that Tim can validate? He's like, is that not enough? Can you give Tim any advice? He said, don't be like me. Don't be like me. Keep your mind open. Look for new ways of doing things. Don't be so stuck in your ways. Allow change, allow evolution. Don't resist. He's proud of you. Don't do what he did. Open your mind. Take the step outside of the comfort zone into the unknown and be creative. This is the new energy here on earth. He said, you are a brave son. He says, you can do this. Wow, that's so cool. Okay, thanks, James.
Tim says, kinda, he became disabled around 1994 to 85, and he was old fashioned. Like you were saying, Timmy was what they called me when I was young, and he was more of a Cadillac Lincoln kind of guy, I guess.
I, he just seemed like a real cool. I didn't want to say old fashioned, but
Right, right.
just a typical kind of dad. So very warm soul, though. Thanks for thanks for asking the question and allowing me to connect with his energy. And each and every one of you who asked me these questions, I really, really am honored to connect to your loved ones and to give you messages for you. I appreciate it. Hi, Alva.
Actually, you know what? I was thinking we should probably take some of your regular questions down for the next one in January, which is what's the date on that one? 15th, the Saturday the 15th. And then we'll have some that we can hit right off the bat. I definitely want to get to Miranda's today,
Yes.
but that's a pretty good idea because like Alva's always here and High Vibin's always in here, and then we can
Yeah.
because there's going to be too many to get to in the next little bit, and we don't want to rush spirit.
Exactly. I appreciate that.
No
Yes,
problem.
I accept. I think that's a lovely idea.
And you guys can mark your
And if
calendar. It's almost exactly a month away. A month and a few days away, we'll be back here.
Yes.
Miranda, though, I want to get to her question. Can you see if you can come next to my best friend and first love? He died October 30th, 2021. So sorry to hear that. Um, let's see. She says
Did
his
she
name was
say,
Ben. He
okay.
didn't believe in God, and I hope he made it home. Uh, ND is not stuck in limbo, and not stuck in limbo, and that he's not stuck in limbo. Okay.
Even before I'm connecting, he's clarifying. He hears Shane. You brought him with you. He's here. I didn't even have to go get him.
Wow.
But he's clarifying what Shane said because Shane is reading your question, and you gave the statement that he didn't believe in God, and he's clarifying that he didn't believe in the God that organized religion tried to tell him about, that it wasn't a God to be feared. It wasn't a God that would punish. It wasn't a God that would control and force you. And, it was nothing like that. But he is definitely on the other side. He definitely is welcomed by family members. He understands that God is love and God is the one source, and that is the life source of everything in the universe. And it's silly. It's like, how could I not believe in God? Was I not alive? Did I not have a body? Did I not have a relationship? Like, all of that would not be possible if there was no source. He said the source I believed in. He said the God that was described by organized religion to control people is what he did not believe in. So that was a clarification on his part. He is on the other side. He made it through beautifully. He is uh, there was absolutely no hesitation. He was welcomed with open arms and got over there very in a speedy manner. And the statements he made here on earth was out of ignorance, meaning he didn't have the knowledge available to him in order for him to articulate what he did believe in.
Oh my God, that's exactly what he would say.
Oh
Thank you.
my
I'm so
God, you're
glad.
kidding
Oh my
me.
God, thank you. Ha ha ha. He makes me laugh. I miss him so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of times
Isn't
people
he
know there's
kind?
something out there. They might say they're an atheist, but they're more of an agnostic. They think something's out there. They just know it's not what everybody's saying it is, like intuitively. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it
beautiful.
doesn't resonate with him. Let me see if Ben has a just a real quick message. And can you give me her name again?
It's Miranda.
That's Miranda.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you have a message for Miranda that she can validate before we leave tonight? He's saying, "You're my girl. You're still my girl. I'll be here. I'll be waiting for you. Live your life. I will be watching you and living through you. Living vicariously is what he's meaning. And to celebrate him and include him and talk to him. He's not very far away, and you won't be bothering him. He'll be right beside you all the time. Whatever you did together in this life is where he will be with you. So if you went to work and he wasn't with you at work, then he would probably sit back and let you work. But if you went and did errands or went to the grocery store or wherever you go and you did things together, he's going to be with you just like always. Whenever he was with you before is when he's going to be with you now, especially at night, comforting you.
What about a sign
His
for
and
Miranda? Can he have a sign to show her that he's around? Or
it is random. He's showing me baby chicks, like little yellow baby chicks.
Oh,
So this could be real baby chicks. This could be a picture of a baby chick. This could be a cartoon of a baby chick. This could be a name of a bar, Baby Chick's Bar, or it just he's just showing me the image of a fuzzy yellow baby chick.
I love those. Yeah, our kindergarten teacher brought some in. I thought they were the cutest things. They were so cute. That's awesome.
That's cute.
I'm sorry we didn't
That's
get to
cute.
all of you guys. We'll definitely. I'll actually take these down and start with it next time. So let's see, who do we have? I know we had some repeats that wanted some questions. Alva, we'll definitely get to you, and High Vibe. And all right. Do you have anything that you want to? Whoops, slinging my wire around here. Do you have anything coming up that you want to talk or let anybody know about before you're back here in a month on the 15th of January? Are you doing any live
Well, my
streams, or are they
goal,
kind of impromptu at this point?
exactly.
Okay.
They're unscheduled and
So the
at this point, but my goal is to get that content up. I really want to get my readings um, edited
hmm
and have a talk with the people who I do the readings with and show and give people an idea of what it might be like for them, especially like that Sandalphon one. I really want to get that one up, and I mean, there's a Sandalphon, Saint Germain one,
hmm
and the band of white band of brotherhood or whatever I said it was.
Right, right.
Things like that are just, I mean, they blow my mind. I'm like, I can't believe I actually connected with them. So that kind of stuff I want to really share with people. And I'm just taking my time because I want to be specific with the message that I'm sending out. And I want to be specific with the content. And I want it to have a lot of meaning. And I will do lives and I will continue to do shows.
So the best thing
So,
that you guys can do is to subscribe to her YouTube channel down below, and then tick that bell so that whenever she has a live, you'll be notified of it. And if you do want to schedule a private reading, you can go to her website, which is also listed below. And you said it's a sliding scale. It's all explained on
yes.
the website. So
Yes, go to the one where it says buy donation, and then it has a scale from a very low price to a very high price, and you just choose your price.
very nice. That's awesome. Kind of world I can live in, right?
Exactly. But
Dave's wanting to
you're,
know, is it a Zoom reading? Do you meet with people like we're meeting here on Zoom?
I do. It
Perfect.
is. It's all by Zoom and it's recorded, and I email you the link
Ah,
back so
nice.
that you can keep it.
That's very nice. Yeah,
Hmm.
to have it like that, because sometimes stuff comes through, and especially in the BQHs. But yeah, you don't know, you can't remember all of that. You know what I mean? Everything that comes through. So
Hmm. And I have to say, Shane, you have an amazing, beautiful community. Each and every one are just so amazingly connected and spiritual and open and talented and loving and high vibing. And I just like bounce off them. It's like really cool readings. I'm
yeah,
telling you, I'm like, you, it's just, it's very, very beautiful. I actually spoke to somebody who was in Scotland, and it wasn't John Binney. And I was like, I said, I can't understand your accent. She had to like slow down her words. But it was my first international reading. So I'm like,
wow.
Shane, you really opened up the world to me. So thank
No
you.
problem. My pleasure. Yeah, and they are the best audience in the world. I always tell everybody, like, everybody's just like, we're all on the same path. We do have our individuality, but we've all sort of gone without having people to talk to and share our experiences with, because we know we sound crazy when we do and all that. So we all have sort of that core thing in common. You know what I mean? Like the outcast thing in a lot of situations. So it's nice that we can all come together like this and talk, and you're right. It's like we really build off of each other. Because I deal with the same thing in BQH sessions. Sometimes I feel that energy so strong, just because of the powerful people that we connect with. So
Yeah, it makes me cry. It makes me
yeah, me
cry.
too.
I'm like, wow. Yeah, it's beautiful. But thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here with us today. Lots of love, light, and unity. And like I said, we'll be back on the 15th of January, same time. It's 2, 3 Eastern, 2 Central. And that's going to be a Saturday in about a month. So lots of love, light, and unity. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks again, Jean.
Bye, everybody. Thanks, Shane.